Whoa, it's me, it's Yozora, but I'm not live streaming, I'm just doing VODs. We're passing the time until we get to some Dawn Trail. So to that end, we're gonna do Sly Cooper, Thievius Racoonus. I love this game. I've played this game to completion many, many times. This is like Kingdom Hearts 2 tier. I love this game. Let's get rolling. Oh god, no. Okay. Save states. I got a Super Weenie Hut Jr. Oh, damn it. Inverted controls are for weirdos. No, this is still wrong. What the fuck? What's happening? Oh my god, is it not an option? You, you can't un... This can't be happening.
Hey Bentley, I think I'm seeing things. Must be vertigo or something. Can you see those crazy blue lights?
Bro, I'm gonna ask for a refund. This isn't happening. I have no recollection of it forcing.
Which manifest themselves as unexplainable blue auras. According to my research, all you have to do is get near them and hold down the circle button, and you should perform a super sneaky Master Thief move.
Hold down the circle button near blue auras. I'm on it.
No, this is gonna drive me fucking insane. Okay. Well, I mean, if it can't be helped, no, it's gotta be able to be helped. This just can't. I guess it can't, because you can't even control, like, you can't even, the fuck? So you're telling me, alright, bro. Don't worry, I'll just suffer. Anywho, this is the first level of Sly Cooper and Thievius Racoonus. It's the tutorial level. These levels always intrigue me, the tutorials, because they're all unique in different ways. You can see through like concept art and things like that, but there was a time when they considered making this a proper stage unto itself, with guards and things like that. But as it's of those, there's nothing. You can look around if you want to. There's the Panda King. I wonder why she gets a special red door and everyone else got green. You think she custom ordered it? For all the many talents our thief hero has, picking locks is not one of them somehow.
Way to go, Sly. This is where Inspector Carmelita
Nor is cracking safes.
all her important files. I hacked into the police security mainframe and discovered this vault's combo. Try dialing in 937.
Nice job! You got it! If you come down through the fire escape and head through the parking lot, we'll be waiting in the getaway van.
I'm like doing everything I can to look up and see if there's a way to uninvert these fucking camera controls. I'm so angry.
Raccoon, I've caught you red-handed.
Ah, Carmelita. I haven't seen you since I gave you the slip in Bombay.
Which reminds me, you need to return the Firestone of India to its rightful owners.
Ah, and I was gonna give it to you as a little token of my... Hey, you know, that bazooka really brings out the color of your eyes. Very fetching.
You think? This pistol packs a paralyzing punch. You ought to try it. Might snap you out of your crime spree.
And give up our little rendezvous?
Plenty of time for that once you're safely behind bars.
Love to stick around and chat, but I just dropped by to pick up this case file. I think you've had it long enough.
Carmelita is a funny character because her voice is hilarious. She's also the only character who's gotten a different voice actor for all 3 games in the first trilogy. They could never decide what they wanted her to sound like. They just knew that it wasn't this, it wasn't the next thing they tried either. That shot is actually the only one you're in danger of getting hit by, because you can jump into it by mistake.
Escape me, Raccoon!
Once again, my gang and I had given Inspector Carmelita Fox the slip. I was surprised to see how well she took it. Finally, the secret police file I'd been searching for all these years. With this, I could avenge my family and regain possession of our most valued treasure. It all began when I was just a kid, bouncing on my father's knee. You see, I come from a long line of master thieves who kept all their secrets of sneaking and stealing in an ancient book.
Oh!
The Thievius Racoonus.
No, wait, no. No, that's dumb. Yeah. There we go.
Anyone who read it learned to be especially sneaky, which is why we specialize in stealing from criminals. After all, there's no honor, no challenge, no fun stealing from ordinary people. You rip off a master criminal, and you know you're a master thief. Well, on the night I was supposed to inherit the book, 5 visitors came unannounced to our door. My father fought to protect us, but the gang of villains known as the Fiendish Five overpowered him and ransacked our house until they found the Thievius Racoonus. Our family's manual of thieving greatness fell into their filthy hands. They tore the book into 5 pieces and split it up, each villain disappearing to the farthest corners of the world to commit dastardly crimes.
Dastardly.
Broken alone, I was dumped at the town orphanage. There I met 2 guys who became my lifelong buddies and trusted crew. Bentley, techno genius and strategist supreme, and Murray, part-time driver and full-time burden. Together we pledged to track down the Fiendish Five, avenge my father, and steal back the Thievius Racoonus. I knew I was about to face the toughest test of my life. On this mission, I would either become a master thief like my ancestors before me, or fail and allow my family name to bite the dust.
That was a nice piece of work back there at police.
And like that completing the tutorial isn't enough to give you a percentage of completion. So it just auto-saves 0%. Pretty beast.
Use the left analog stick to move around the hideout and the X button to select things. I've already plotted a route to our first target.
Oh, Murray. You can check him out between the worlds. He's always standing in front of the next one.
Oh, you want one?
I don't know why, but that delivery of that line stuck with me as a kid and has stuck with me ever since. Like, you want one?
The road trip gave me the time I needed to study up on Sir Raleigh the Frog. As a young man, this hot-tempered frog grew bored of his life of luxury and privilege. On a whim, he tried his hand at a bit of piracy and found it to his liking. Raleigh, who quickly became addicted to crime, was brought into the Fiendish Five as chief machinist, where his evil tinkering genius rose to new heights. The last reported sighting of this mad machinist was off the soggy coast of the Isle o' Wrath, a small island uncomfortably situated in the middle of the perilous Welsh Triangle.
I like how they always set it up like kind of like a Saturday morning cartoon. Sly Cooper in Tide of Terror. Oh my god. This is all I ever wanted. Life is so much better. Alright, let's roll.
Hey, Sly! I just spotted something that's going to complicate the mission. See that nasty-looking gate? It blocks the only road leading into Raleigh's hideout.
No problem. I'll just use my climb move.
Okay, but remember, you can only climb on certain objects, like pipes and ropes.
Yeah, sure, and like that ladder there?
That is correct, but do not forget, Sly. You have to get close.
Then hit the circle button to grab it. Yeah. Relax, Bentley. I live for this stuff.
Yeah, and that's what worries me.
I had the demo to this game as a kid as well before it was released, and interestingly enough, when you get here, this is the first level always, they make mention of the climb move being something that Sly got from the Panda King. So, like, first of all, funny that they at one point were deciding that the ability to climb objects was a unlockable ability. And then the second that they intended for Raleigh to not be the first dude. But that's why demos exist, right? Things change. Oh shoot, trophies are a thing? Sick. Last time I tried to play through this, it was via the PlayStation Now, which allows you to stream games, and that sucked. One, because I was trying to stream it, so streaming a streamed game was catastrophic, and two, there was a ton of input lag. I will naturally be blaming input lag if I die or make any mistakes this time, but yeah, it's different. I can't. Oh, interesting. See what I mean? Input lag. You don't appear to have the ability to move the camera up and down, just left and right. I don't know that I remember that being the case always, but I guess it is. Climb move. You can kill these little bees.
According to my
Don't know why you would,
positioning
but you
system,
can.
that big blimp is where Raleigh is hiding out.
You know, that blimp looks more like a machine than a hideout.
You're right, Sly. That is a storm machine. It's the reason why it never stops raining around here.
That explains all the wrecked ships.
But why would Raleigh want bad weather at his own hideout 24/7?
Beats me. But rain or shine, I'm gonna steal my family's book back. And if Raleigh gets in my way, it's on.
Interestingly enough, the save point that they have for these levels, I guess not save point, checkpoint, is this little holographic thing. In the demo as well, and in early concept art, they had an idea of it being like, it was a treasure chest, and then a little character would like pop out and take a picture of you as your checkpoint, like paparazzi, or like, I mean, I guess since you're a thief, it was more like CSI, but they decided that like, I mean, if they could catch you in the middle of the level, you must not be a very good thief. So they removed it. It was like they were legitimate characters too, so it's kind of interesting. I don't know if they would have played a real role in the story.
Nice job so far, Sly. To get over the next gate, you'll need to grab onto this hook using your cane. Just jump and hit the circle button.
Got it. Jump and hit the circle button to grab onto hooks.
That large vault has got to be somehow related to those clues in bottles you've been collecting. If you can locate all the clues in this area, I should be able to crack the code and get you inside it.
Gosh darn it.
You found it, Sly! That's the final clue to crack the code! Now find that vault and I'll give you the instructions to open it! Press the circle to enter the vault code. The clues have led me to believe that the code for this vault is 792. Sly, you found a page from the Thievius Racoonus. This page teaches old Drake Cooper's fast attack dive move. Press the triangle button to use it.
These sorts of abilities, they exist. I don't really know that there's any particular use for them. They slowly were phased out too. They're somewhat in this next game, but by the time of the third game, they just are. It doesn't make sense. Your regular cane swipe does the deal. You know what I mean? One of the things that they mentioned, the devs, I looked up a lot of this game. The first game is very smart to me. I listened to interviews and all that. This level and in general stage design, but you can see it the best in the hubs, I think. They made it so that Sly's fundamental color, right, this blue, always sticks out in a way. It stands out against, this is a more greenish hue on everything. And they did that so that
Wonderful idea, but your plan is flawed.
Why?
Because it's impossible to get near him. To access Raleigh's
Well.
blimp, you would have to sneak through that high voltage
I'll
power
bit me to
To do
speak.
that without getting electrocuted, you'd have to destroy that power generator. And to do that, you need 2 more of Raleigh's treasure keys, which are heavily guarded.
Interesting. So when are you gonna get to the impossible part?
Fine, but I warned you. I've marked the areas you need to hit with holographic markers. Follow them to your objectives.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. It's your funeral.
Quick little pause there. Quick little pause. But as I was saying, they always have it so that Slidesman color stands out against the rest of the background. You know, it's like a reminder that you're a place you're not supposed to be, so you stick out like a sore thumb. And it also helps you find your character and all. But, you know, the first thing sounds way more cool. So. I like giving the characters time to speak. I like those little announcements they do in general. One of the things I always think about with video games, because I think every game I've ever played runs into this, is like, how do you characterize your villains, right? Some games, I would say a lot of games, will just like do cutscenes where you're with the bad guys, right? So you just snap over to them to see what's going on. But you know, that's kind of tough, right? Because your characters aren't aware of that, so it's like this extra information that only you get to flesh out the plot. I don't think it's a bad thing, but it is noticeable to me. But something like this, where they just like have the character, and he's not speaking to you, right? He's just making this announcement. I think that's an interesting way to characterize.
Better close those furnace doors. Jump and press the square button. That'll slam them shut. Eureka! We're in the engine room. My analysis tells me that if you trace the spinning crankshaft all the way back to its source, you'll find Raleigh's treasure key and sabotage his machine while you're at it. Remember, Sly, hold down the circle button near the blue stealth auras to perform super sneaky thief moves.
Gotta make sure you hit those right, because you can't pick back up once you fall. Not being able to move the camera up and down is really throwing me. There's a time trial, so I was curious to know if just holding forward there was going to work. It did. Here, I don't know.
I can't believe I pieced this one together. Try 227.
Oh, interesting. I went fast enough to juke the game code.
Interesting. Old Sally Cooper's fast getaway raccoon roll. Stories claim she can move faster rolling than anyone else could on the run. Hold down the triangle button to use this move. Switch between your power-ups using L2 and R2.
Oh. In later games, you click in the right stick for that, so that's what I was trying to do. Oh. Not that it really means anything right now, but... yeah. Okay. Excuse me. We're gonna try these time trials. Ah. What is with the camera? That's what was supposed to happen first. Interesting. Well, we'll see how this goes. No. You can tell when I adjust the camera, the game just jerks it back. I don't know what it is about that spot. Some games, like the camera basically like occupies a physical space, and therefore if it tries to move, where there is an object in the world, it just gets jerked. Ironically, that happens in FF14. Super irritating. I want to be able to just adjust the camera where I need to look to do this sprint gimmick. I mean, I guess. I joked. I didn't believe. That's what I was trying to do the first thing. "30 seconds feels like a ton of time given where I know I need to go." Oh, fuck off. Very rarely do I think it's actually strictly necessary to do the double jump, but it makes me feel more secure in the jump. I suppose we know this time. Very important to kill that idiot, lest he ruin my whole life. Come on. Come on. Oh, that was so scary. Alright, pretty beast. 1 second left. You know how we do. Hold on. How do you... There we go. Let's try and do this sprint. This one's really hard. I remember it being really hard. Like, I remember this being like, look up a guide to figure out... Not a guide, but like a fuck off. How did that happen twice? Rewind. What does that mean? Stop. Go emulators. What I was going to say is I remember looking up a speed run of the game to figure out how they did it. Please. Fascinatingly enough, there is a speedrun of this game with 100% completion actually that does it without collecting a single gold coin. Super, like, not only to come up with the idea fascinates me, to be actually able to execute it is really impressive. Close. I always remember as a kid it used to frustrate me because, like, when you get within a certain range of those lads, their whistle blows. You know, the flashlight enemies, they always do that. But, like,
Come on, Sly. Look at all this stuff. Must be worth
I don't know. It's just, like, the stealth part of it makes me go, like, well, how come...
You're gonna have to be extra sneaky to get the treasure
Should...
key here.
What am I trying to say? If I'm doing it correctly, and I'm doing it stealthily, shouldn't I be able to avoid the whistle blow? Isn't that the whole point? Interesting. I believe you can... Did I make this up? Yes. Please. Interesting. My camera is stuck. Oh, there you are. Hey, buddy. Check out this. Oh. Don't get up there again. Get stuck. I don't know where I'm missing 3 clue bottles. So I suppose we're gonna have to go find out early. I guess I must have just been thinking of these guys, where you can put out the fire. I don't know why little hokey stuff like that pops me. There we go.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. Whoever thought this code up knew what they were doing. Dial in 436. These are the blueprints of Raleigh's entire operation. I wonder... Yes! I can wire this info directly into your binocucom. It'll show you the position of nearby clues and breakable objects.
The blueprints used to bum me out because it's like, who cares? I don't know, there's something. You can see what's breakable. You can also use them to find clues. Since I died 100 million times doing the thief sprint. Excuse me. My childhood nostalgia is deleting all memory of this camera. Alright. Let's end things there for now.